This is Fluffy. Oh, come here, Fluffy. Kitty, kitty, kitty. She's like, no, you scared me. She's a good mom. And a good girl. She's a good cat. Overall. So anyway. I've been talking about how I've been slacking on my raspberry patch. And so I'm waiting for 2 people to get back to me. I'm going to go and drop off my lawnmower to get work done on it, as well as pick up another van that needs work. It's compatible to my mother's van. And this lady is an associate of mine. She has 2 minivans that are both compatible to my mom's minivan, and both of them are broke down. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'll take them. So I'm buying them off of her for spare parts vehicles, and out of the 3, I'll get 1 up and running. So, and I'm thinking I'll get 1 of hers up and running. Ooh, shit, that one's gone. Oh, yeah. Let's see if I can get another bucket to not waste that water. Alright, I'm gonna need both hands. So I'm gonna pause this real quick. Alright, believe it or not, that water wasn't as nasty as it looked. It had some green whatever on the oh, he stole that too. Whatever, it's fine. I had a latch for this gate, and see, Judas has been stealing everything he can think of off this property whenever I evicted him, which I expected. But he was already stealing things before then, and that's one of the reasons why I evicted him. So anyhow, so just another thing. So, yeah, it just goes to show you can't trust anybody anymore. I mean, I knew that guy for 10 years. I thought he was my best friend. He went around telling everybody I was his best friend, and he did me wrong in multiple ways. And then he robbed me on the way out. Go figure. But our friend John had a similar situation about a decade ago when he first came down here. He had a friend that he thought was a friend. And I'll leave the pokeweed because that's good for you. The guy basically did him wrong also. So anyways, that's off topic. So we're going to prune the raspberry patch today while I wait. Probably should dig up this root ball and pull it out. Oh, that's easier than I thought it was going to be. So let's see. a lot of these probably are raspberries. I'm going to prune them back anyways. The roots are still doing good, so they pretty much are in root production now. I should probably come in here with my hedge trimmer instead of these little pruning shears. But nonetheless, I probably need gloves to get this guy up out of here, but I didn't bring those. Come on. There we go. So I got a lot of weeds in here that I don't want in here. Along with this wild plum. Just dropping seeds in here. So ideally I want to prune this to where it does not drop seeds in my raspberry patch. They look like cherries, but they're not. I didn't think nothing of it before, but that's because I'm not an experienced gardener. So yeah, it's dropping seeds in my raspberry patch, and now I have trees trying to grow in here. And I can't have that. I can have them growing out there though. But anyway, so that's what I'm working on today is this raspberry patch. There's no raspberries here right now. They're all underground. So there's not really much to see here. Might as well just listen to me instead of watch this video, because like my friend Cindy says, watching my videos makes her dizzy. Because I'm all over the place sometimes. I need to get something that I can wear on my head and do my videos that way. So don't watch, just listen, otherwise you're going to probably get dizzy. Dizzy, 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 can't you see? Anyway. Yeah. So once I get this thing pruned up on the inside, I'll go on the outside and prune it from the outside so that it's not dropping any more fruit in my raspberry patch. You can drop them in the chicken yard. I don't care. Just don't drop them in my my raspberries. Because the chickens love these things. Oh, I got some up top too I gotta get. So anyways. Oh, and this is not raspberries, this is blackberries, so we'll cut them out. Nice thing about blackberries, helps you kind of prune them, is they will produce the stock that they will grow fruit on the next year, this year. So you cut out those stalks and it effectively prunes them back. Raspberries are different. They send up new shoots every year, and then they will produce fruit on those new shoots that they shoot up that year. So once they die back for the year, you can prune them and not worry about them. You can prune everything, mow it down, do whatever you want. So that's basically what I'm doing, just cutting everything out. I'm gonna leave a lot of these trimmings here to break down and make compost. And I'll leave the pokeweed. Because it's a medicine, and it comes up later in the year anyway, so the pokeweed won't come up until after the raspberries die back. Ow. So after I do this, I'll come in here with some paper and put paper down. And that'll also help with weed control. And then in the spring, or over the winter, the paper will die back. I mean, break down. Some of it, not all of it, but enough to where the raspberries can push through. And again, the raspberries are in root production right now, so they're pretty strong, pretty hardy. And then Sophie, my new business partner, potential business partner, I don't want to call her my official business partner yet, but she's probably going to be official. But so far so good anyways, let's put it that way. Ow. Here's some more raspberries. Like I said, they died back. They're doing root growth right now. And they'll come back up in the spring. Sweating like a pig. Now I'll cut out these plums. Maybe I can pull them up by the roots, but I doubt it. Give me a minute, let me put this phone down. Alright, well that worked. I didn't get all the roots on this ball anyways. Oh, there's some of it still. But if I cut it back enough, I'll stunt its growth at least. Any of the other loppers, these pruning shears don't always cut as good as loppers do. Some runners, gotta take them out. Cool. Bye, George. I think I've got it. Clean the sweat out of my eyeball. If I had somebody else here to do the recordings for me, it'd probably work better. I'm not sure what root that is, but I think it was part of the plum. So now I'll go to the other side and prune this. Well, actually, I'll probably prune some of it from here. But I need both hands with the lopper, so till next time. Alright, all done. Pretty sure those are all cut out. So it looks like some stuff are still sticking up, but I basically cut them out. I just didn't stump them down. And I pruned this back to where most everything's pointing the other direction. I'll have to get my pole pruner to get the higher stuff. But I'll just have to stay on top of it. It's the thing a lot of people don't understand is doing this, farming, gardening, all that stuff, is routine maintenance. You know, my old friend thought, oh, I only need to do an hour's worth of work a day, period. And then I could do whatever I want the rest of the day. Wrong. It takes more than that, you know. I mean, I come home and I pretty much spend my entire weekend working on stuff. That's, you know, at least 24 hours a week. And that's just in 2 days. You know, I get more done in 2 days than he probably gets done in a whole month. You know? That's not satisfactory. I mean, the 2-day thing, getting stuff done is satisfactory. Not getting stuff done is not satisfactory, if that makes sense. But to some people, it don't make sense, especially if they're just mooching off of you and looking for a free ride, which a lot of people seem to want to do in sustainable communities. That's why I'm not doing a sustainable community anymore. One guy told me recently, oh, well, that's because you weren't doing a faith-based community. It doesn't matter if it's faith-based or not. 95% of sustainable communities fail, faith-based or not. I've watched them. Even the faith-based ones fail because they fail to see and filter out the moochers before it's too late. And, some people really talk a good game. Some people are really good liars. I mean, my ex-friend Judas was one of them. He was always, talking about religion and you don't work, you don't eat. That's what the Bible says, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't practice what he preached. He was preaching at you, not at himself. The law doesn't apply to him. He's above the law, even God's law. So that's the problem. Even with faith-based communities, there's people who believe that they're above even God's law, that they don't have to practice what you preach or they preach. But they'll talk a good talk, So it's like that one guy says, the older I get, the less I believe what people say, and I believe what people do. And I used to tell this to my ex-wife all the time. Actions speak louder than words. I'm definitely an actions speak louder than words kind of guy. However, I tend to try to believe people. I tend to try to think that people are generally good, but the older I get, the more I realize people are not generally good. People are generally selfish. And I'm not saying I can't be selfish either. I'm just saying, it's a struggle even for me. It's something even I got to work on. I catch myself wanting to be selfish, and then I correct myself. But maybe I should be more selfish, I asked one sustainable community how they make it work, and they said you have to be less selfless. That's what they said. I was like, really? So that's something I got to work on before I try again. Now I got a potential new business partner, and she's probably better at filtering people out than I am. So if we try a sustainable community again, I will definitely be having her vet the people because I suck at it. But hopefully I'm vetting her okay, But time will tell, I guess. But she seems more action oriented. She's all gung ho and get her done type of person, like me. But she's also a Leo, like me, with Mars in Leo, Mercury in Leo. So she's a get her done, or at least she's got get her done astrology. So we'll see if her actions match her words, but I'm pretty sure they will. So we shall see. But like I said, I'm not doing no sustainable community again. Fuck that. Like I said, it's the only exception to that rule is if we find somebody that we like, that we want to be a part of our said community, and somebody better than me at vetting is the one to vet them. So, this here's a pecan, a wild pecan. And this here's an oak. This here I think is a walnut. Yeah, pretty sure it's a walnut. Another oak. That was honey locust. Uh-oh, I got new honey locust sprouts coming up. These I spray poison on and try to kill. It's because I don't want them on the land. Unless they're grown in a specific area and they're pruned properly. Judas, my old backstabbing friend, wanted to grow honey locust. And I was like, if you're gonna, we can grow it in a yard and you can prune and maintain it, but if you don't, I'm killing them all. And he wouldn't prune and maintain them, so I'm killing them all. And that's the bottom line. He was just all talk and no action, or little to no action. So anyways, here's some more wild plums. They suck, but chickens and goats like them, so I leave them when necessary. I used to throw paper in here. This was actually originally going to be a garden. I want to be able to walk in here, not have to duck. So I prune everything to where I can walk under it for the most part. I don't do it as much in the goat yard because I want the goats to be able to prune them. But this isn't the goat yard, this is the chicken yard. Now I might put goats in here occasionally. Once I get these aluminum toppers up off the ground, the goats like to jump on them and they damage them. So that's another thing Judas would do, is he kept leaving the gate open so they would get in here and destroy my toppers. It's like, dude, he's always doing little things like that to sabotage me. And now he's going around telling everybody that I did things to sabotage myself. And it was really the other way around. But it's whatever. Yeah, he's basically demonizing me all over the whole community, the whole county. And now I gotta go defend myself. To everybody. Which, most of them I don't really have to defend myself to, because they're the ones who come and tell me that he's trash talking me to people. So it's not an uphill battle, if that makes sense. A lot of people know. A lot of people see through him. In fact, most of the people, well, I wouldn't say most, a lot of the people that I talk to whenever I was officially done with him. I said, you know, I didn't trash talk him. I just said to the people, him and I are done. He no longer speaks for me. He no longer represents me in any form nor fashion. And a lot of them said, good. A lot of them said, it's about time. A lot of them said, you made it longer than I did. What took you so long? Blah, blah, blah. One guy told me, and I'm sure other people were thinking it but didn't want to say it. It's like I did, you know, he said, I didn't really like him. Thought he was a piece of crap. But I dealt with him because he was your friend. And I didn't want to say anything because he was your friend. And I wish people would have said something sooner, because then it would have helped wake me up quicker. But the people that did say stuff sooner, I went back to them and apologized to them for being blind. And I went back to them and thanked them for helping to wake me up. So, moral of that story is, you know, if you see a problem, say something. You know, yeah, sometimes people shoot the messenger, and that's another thing I'm dealing with. A couple people want me to speak up about another issue that probably needs to be addressed with the guy and where he's staying. But it's like people shoot the messenger. And you know, if I say something, am I going to get backlash? Probably. Probably. But is saying something the right thing to do? Yes. So will I say something? More than likely. I'm just trying to document as much evidence on said matter as possible, so that if there is any backlash, well, I have everything I need to prove my case, and therefore the backlash may be minimal. And even if it's not, I still have enough evidence to prove my case. So it wouldn't matter either way. And then eventually those people will come to me and apologize to me, just as I went to the people who tried to wake me up prior and apologized to them. So it's like I see this skit on YouTube all the time. I don't know his name. It's a black guy. I want to say, I can't remember his name. Never mind. But anyways, he says lying will ruin your life. Lying will get you nowhere, basically. Lying will eventually ruin your life. And I learned that the hard way with my ex-wife, my first wife. She was a pathological liar. She would make up all kinds of cock-a-bull stories about all kinds of stuff, and I would cover for her like an idiot. But she was my wife, you know. I loved her, I cared about her, even though she was a liar. And so I got wrapped up in all of her lies, and then I didn't know what truth was anymore, for the most part. And that's the problem with lies. It's like you get so caught up in the lies that you don't even know what the truth is anymore. That's probably the biggest danger of lying. So then you got to try to keep all your facts straight. So in order to keep your facts straight, you have to rehearse, I guess. I don't know how you would keep your facts like straight. But because I mean, Judas can't even keep his facts straight. People catch him in the lies all the time. And when they do, that's when they come over to my side, if you will. Not that I really want there to be sides, but there are sides, whether you want it, whether you like it or not. You know? So I never thought I'd see the day that him and I would be enemies, but here we are. He was like my best friend. We were so close. We were so tight that people thought we were gay lovers. That's how close friends we were. Or I thought we were. Really, he was just using me. But yeah, he had me fooled for all these years. And I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. I'm an idiot. So don't be an idiot like me. That's all I have to say about that. Don't be an idiot like Kano. Hi, Candy. Candy girl. You're not pregnant, are you? Again. She's like, I like being pregnant. I don't think she's really pregnant, but they just ate, so she could just be fat. You're just fat. You fat cat. Look at all these kittens. I got 23 cats in all. So if anybody wants to adopt a cat, let me know if you live in Missouri, Southwest Missouri. I got plenty of them. I don't want to let them all go, but I can let a few go. Due to wild animals, the cat population here fluctuates between I would say 15 to 30 cats, but this year we've had less. Got down to like almost 10, I think. There's another one. But they definitely keep the mice down. In the spring, they have babies. And that's pretty much when we lose some of our male cats because some of the, it's a dominance thing. So the more dominant cats will run off the less dominant cats. And so they'll go seek shelter somewhere else. And hopefully they don't get eaten in the process. But so this year we pretty much lost all our male cats. They all got runned off by the more dominant two strays that come around. And I don't know where the strays live, but I didn't run them off. I probably should have, but having those two new cats breeding our cats changes up the DNA, the bloodline, if you will, so our cats don't get too inbred. So in a way, it's a good thing. So what I'll probably end up doing is start adopting out the males, and in that way, we don't lose as many males. Of course, then we'll have more females, and then we'll have more babies, but that's okay. I don't mind having a bunch of cats because they keep the mice down. It's a little hard on them in July and August because it's the two hottest months of the year here. But once they get past that, they're pretty much okay after that. So, all right, I'm gonna wrap this up.